Hey world, it's 17:45. It's the 21st of December 2014. It's been a fun weekend. My Pluto books have arrived, and everyone who paid for them up front, they've been posted. So it's the end of the year. In just over 6 hours from the time I'm recording this, it will be solstice. That means that the sun will be overhead on the Tropic of Capricorn, some Tropic of Cancer, some 23 degrees south of the equator, and it will be at its lowest point for as far as the northern horizon is concerned. The sun will be still. Solstice. It's a time of new beginnings and old endings. It's the low point of the year. And in a number of ways, it symbolically represents the bottoming out, the peak of the dark, if you like. In the northern hemisphere, from now on, the days do start getting longer. Well, from tomorrow anyway, although it is only a few seconds at a time for the first week. But by the end of January, we will be getting 15 minutes more daylight a day. But then it starts getting faster. It is not so much the actual moment that's the significant factor here. It's the reverence that this point has had throughout millennia and cross-culturally, perhaps much more so than the solstice in June. Much of Western civilization over the last 8,000 years or so has been based originally in the northern hemisphere, so the winter solstice, the time of the dark, of the cold, of the last of the food being released from a store, common time. And this year is no different from others. Actually, yes it is. The solstice itself is at 11:03 p.m. UK time tonight. But it is immediately followed, or I say immediately, some 2.5 hours after this, the moon will pass into Capricorn as well and will immediately catch up with the sun, and there will be a new moon in Capricorn at 01:37 tomorrow morning, in some 8 hours from the moment I'm recording this. Thing is, it's happening so close to the very start of Capricorn, with both the sun and the moon being half a degree in distance wide. Then some 60% of the sun and moon will be in Capricorn, including the centre and moving forward. But so at the moment of new moon, some 40% of the moon will still be in Sagittarius. So, that's quite a significant amount. It's 1/5 of a degree. And similar to a month ago when the new moon at Sagittarius still had the sting of the tail, this one still has an element of Sagittarius about it. But this new moon, the horoscope cast for solstice shows the moon in the final degree of Sagittarius. The horoscope cast for the new moon, wherever you are, also shows Saturn in the final degree of, in fact, the final quarter of the last degree of Scorpio. And the horoscope for the solstice and the new moon immediately after this does seem to suggest all round that in many ways there's a kind of regrouping and consolidating going on collectively to kind of expel, repel, expunge the last bits of poison. And I really believe now that we're heading into the finale of this. The new moon that's coming, the full moon that's coming up in 2 weeks' time. There won't be an eclipse, but it's going to be a stinker on January the 5th, of which more later, will be the beginning of the end. I've been seeing it in so many horoscopes that all this stuff of the last few years, is coming to a close. It really is now. By early April, this is done. But there's some nasty endings to come in the near future. The solstice itself, hey, well, I shall go out, I shall celebrate. I do every year. I've been doing it for 35, 40 years. And how can I not really go to the stones? So for those intrepid souls who are prepared to brace the ice and the wind and the probable rain at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning on a windy Salisbury plain at -1 degree, see you at Stonehenge. Tell you all about it tomorrow. Bye. Happy solstice.